Ladies, it's your girl Simply a Lady, and I haven't done a tutorial or a video in an extremely long time, but I just wanted to come and do one really quickly right before I do my install. Excuse my face, I know I look crazy right now. I don't have on any makeup at all, so I'm sorry. What I'm gonna do today is an install with the Simply a Lady Virgin Brazilian wavy hair that we carry in lengths 18, 20, and 22. So this is gonna be the longest bundle I have right here. This is the 22 inch. This is a 20, and the 18 looks like the wave pattern on this one is a little bit looser. They're all pretty much medium brown color, which is of course the natural colors that they come in. And I'm also using one of our Simply Lady Virgin Brazilian wavy closures. I'm in a bit of a rush, so I washed the closure, didn't have time for it to air dry, so I had to blow dry the closure out, which explains why it doesn't look as wavy as the bundles, but it's fine. I'm sure after this I'm just gonna razor cut my hair really well and then probably do like some sultry like Kim K curls or something. But anyway, for those of you that are new to closures or want to know a little bit more about closures are basically what you can use if you're someone that is natural, or if you're someone that doesn't really want to leave a lot of your hair out during your installs. For me, I am completely natural, and in the midst of me doing some of my installs, I've noticed a bit of heat damage up here that I've experienced with my own natural hair. So I definitely wanted this time to do something so that I was not experiencing any type of heat damage. So in order to do that, I decided to use a lace closure. It's going to give you a more so natural feel than if you know, if you guys do the full sewing installs and then, you know, the little closure that you create when you know, fold it up and then have it in the middle right here. That is definitely a protective style as well. It's just not as, I guess, realistic looking. So that is why now people are using lace closures. They're really not even something that's new. A lot of celebrities have used them for years. It's just something that everyone is more so getting into now. So I'm gonna use one today. First thing you want to do before you use a lace closure is you want to bleach the knots on the closure, which I've already done. I'm sorry I didn't record that. There's plenty of videos for you guys to see how to do that, but the purpose of doing it is so that when you apply the lace closure, it gives the scalp, or it makes it appear as a more realistic scalp when you're applying it on your head, so that you can't actually see the little knots, and so that your head doesn't look like a doll baby head. That's pretty much the point. So you're going to do that. You can use tweezers in order to pluck little hairs in order to make the part appear a bit more realistic. There's videos on that too. The density of our closures is really good, so I don't really think I'm gonna have to do too much tweezing. I've already kind of positioned this, so I'm gonna have a middle part, so I've already positioned the closure of how I want it to look, and I don't think that I'm going to have to do much tweezing, if any at all. So that's one great thing about our closures. And the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to braid up all of your hair like I've done, and you want to kind of make sure, especially up in this part, wherever the part is going to lay, the closure is going to lay, you want to make sure these braids are really neat so that the closure can lay down as flat as possible. Some people use a method called the elastic band method, which is something that you can YouTube as well. Today I'm just going to be sewing the closure down and then doing a sew-in with the bundles that I have. Don't have a U-part wig or anything like that. I'm more an old-fashioned sewing girl. I don't know why. I just prefer them to U-parts. But the first thing you're going to do is grab the closure like so, and all of this portion here, some people keep it on. I just go ahead and cut maybe about halfway through, maybe up to here. Cutting off just the lace. You don't want to cut off all of it, or I never cut off all of it, simply because I tend to sew a little bit of the lace onto my braids in the front as well. You can leave some hair out for a more realistic look if you'd like, but again, like I said, because I'm natural and I've already experienced some heat damage from constantly pressing out my hair, I don't want to leave anything out at all. So that is why everything is braided up. If you were going to do something different, you just want to make sure you leave some out in the middle. You want to start by actually picking up the closure and placing it on top of your part. Which for me, if it were to lay right on top of my part, it would be about right here. And that is where it would lay. What I'm going to do so that the closure doesn't move is I'm going to take this duck clip and actually stick it so that it is holding the closure in place here. And then I'm also going to take one, go down the back and hold it right down the very middle, and then take another one here just to hold the side. The reason I do this is because you want to make sure the closure is held in place. If not, then you'll end up with the part that's, you know, all over the place. So I'm just going to pick up the hair like so. Get one of my needles, and I'm just going to sew right there. On the first braid that I have here. Okay, I'm just gonna stop right here. Make sure my closure is still in place, which it definitely is. The side part is already sewn down here. I don't want to go to the back. Going to the back exactly after you've done a side is just going to pull the closure back. So I don't want to do that. What I want to do now is I want to actually take another needle and sew down this other side here. And I'm just going to put this here again to position it in place. So I have another needle already made. And you're just going to take the needle through that little piece of lace that is there in the front. Sew it down to secure. just gonna keep going. And make sure you're pulling as well. Very tight. Okay. Now I am to the back. I'm going to move these clips. One that I have here. And take the same needle. And part is still there, as you can see, so it looks great. One thing that I'm gonna do right now is, because it is secure right now but the top portion is not, so I'm basically just gonna come around to the front. I'm gonna pull the lace all the way down like so, and I'm going to sew just a bit at my forehead up in here so that the closure can stay. And I still have these two needles that are here, of course. And I'm gonna tell you or show you why I do that is because I go back around with the needle that I started on this side here to secure it again. And I'm just going to, that front braid is right there and they're thin, so that's another reason that you don't want your braids to be too thick. I'm going to just gently like so. I'm gonna get as close as I can to that spot that's right between the lace and the closure. I think I'm gonna stop right here. To cut that there, and I haven't cut the rest of the closure yet. I'm gonna show you how to do that. Gonna take the other one, have that I've gone around in. To just reinforce. And I do this because I don't have on the elastic band to kind of hold it in place, and I want to make sure that it isn't moving. Just gonna cut that off. I'm gonna cut the remaining lace here now. Just the remaining, and then here now it's down. You can see my part, okay? You can push it back just a little bit here. So now, ladies, I'm going to finish installing my full head sew-in, and then I will be back